Hello, second grade Smarties, and welcome to iReady Math Lesson 18, video number 2. Today, we are in our instruction book on page 172 and 173. Today, you are going to need a ruler that measures centimeters and inches. So go ahead and get your materials ready, and let's get started with our first problem. So looking at the first problem, there is a paperclip. It says use a paperclip for problems 2 and 3. Looking at the rulers that we are measuring the paperclip with, the ruler on top is measuring in what, Smarties? It's measuring in inches. And the ruler underneath is measuring in centimeters. Now, this paperclip is lined up with the 0 on both ruler, so good job. Let's draw a line where our paperclip ends, okay? So, number 2 says measure the length of the paperclip in inches. All right, so our ruler on top was inches. How many inches was the length of the paperclip? How many inches was the length? 2 inches. And what about centimeters? How many centimeters long is the paperclip? Look at where it lined up on the centimeters. 5 centimeters. Right? Remember, we have to be precise. So we always line up our left end of our object with the 0 on our measuring tool. And we always make that line or invisible line with the right end. Remember, we need to be precise. All right, let's look at number 4 and 5. It says use the leaf for problem 4 and 5. Now, this is where you are going to need your ruler. So number 4 says that we are going to measure in centimeters. So Miss Mason has her own book. I am going to make sure that on my ruler, I have it on the centimeter side. Remember, the centimeters are shorter or smaller than inches. So I am going to line up the left end on this left line right here. All right, I'm going to line that up with the 0. All right, Smarties, so you made sure to line up with the 0. You're going to use your finger to draw an imaginary line where your right end lines up. How many centimeters long was the leaf? I'm going to write my answer. Let's see if we get the same answer. Did you get 8 centimeters? Awesome, Smarties. All right, let's go to number 5. It says measure the length of the leaf in inches. All right, so we're going to flip our ruler around, and now we are on the inches side. We're going to line it up with the 0. Now, here is a word that we have not seen yet with measuring. When we line up the 0 with the left end, and we use our finger to draw that imaginary line down, does it line up perfectly with an even number of inches? No, it's a little past what? It's a little past 3 inches. So we are going to be talking about estimating length or guessing the best length for objects. So this word about means that it is not exactly 3 inches, but it is really close to 3 inches. So this leaf is a little longer than 3 inches. All right, let's go to page 173. Number 6 says, does it take fewer inches or centimeters to measure the length of the paperclip? So which unit of measurement did it take fewer of to measure the paperclip? With the inches, we only needed 2 inches to measure. With the centimeters, we need 5. So which one did it take fewer to measure? It took fewer inches. Inches are longer or larger units of measurement. So the larger the unit of measurement, the fewer of those units we will need to measure. All right, number 7, it says, does it take fewer inches or fewer centimeters to measure the length of the leaf? So with our centimeters, we had 8 centimeters to measure the length of the leaf, and we used about 3 inches. Which one did we have the fewer units of measurement? Which one did we use fewer of? We used fewer inches. Number 8 says, if you measure the length of your math book, will it take fewer inches or centimeters? So if we lay down our math book and we wanted to find the length of our math book, let's go ahead and do that. Let's use our rulers. Let's line up the left end. And I'm measuring centimeters first. So when I line up the left end with the 0, okay, so when I lined it up, it took about 27 centimeters to measure the length of my math book. 27 centimeters. When I use inches, I'm going to line it up again with the 0. It is about 11 inches. So which unit of measurement did we use fewer of? We had 27 centimeters and 11 inches. Which one did we use fewer units? Inches, right? So it will take fewer inches. Why does it take fewer inches? What have we said about the unit of measurement? Inches are longer. It will take fewer inches because inches are longer units of measurement. So the longer the unit of measurement, the fewer you will use. All right, it says try it another way, compare other units. So the units that we are going to be comparing are non-standard units. So that means they are not going to be inches or centimeters or feet or meters. So let's look at number 9. It says, would it take fewer erasers or fewer buttons to measure the length of your pencil? Circle the correct answer. So think about this. If I am measuring the length of my pencil, would it take fewer erasers or fewer buttons? Remember, fewer means the smallest amount. Which would take the smallest amount to measure my pencil? Erasers or buttons? Go ahead and circle the correct answer. All right, so it would take fewer erasers, right? Because erasers are longer in length than buttons. All right, and number 10, it says, would it take more hair clips or more crayons to measure the length of your desk? Listen to that key word, more. Which one would it take more of to measure? Would it take more hair clips or would it take more crayons? So this means that we are finding which unit that is smaller. So which unit would it take more of to measure the length of your desk? Go ahead and circle your answer. It would take more hair clips, right? Because the hair clips are shorter or smaller in length. All right, Smarties, that is it for video number 2 for iReady Lesson 18. Remember, keep that growth mindset. Good learners do hard things. And don't forget to be precise with your measuring. Happy learning, Smarties.